I play Kurumi, the steel angel, robot, pink hair, crazy maid outfit. That's who I play.
Nakahito has this situation thrust upon him, you know, kind of like it just kind of all happens by accident. He doesn't mean for any of this crap to happen, but it happens. In a way that's a little similar to my life.
The roles that I've done, I've really enjoyed everything, but in particular, this character I wanted to play because there was that different angle. I believe my exact words were, I want to play the lesbian.
I think I got the role because Stephen Foster thinks I'm a big freak, and he likes to give me characters where we can really have a lot of fun and pull some interesting stuff out.
I can't tell you anything about the character that I play, not at this point. I have to keep it a secret.
Steel Angel Kurumi is one of the most beautiful shows to come through our shop. It's an exciting little story about androids called Steel Angels. They are unique in design, physically drawn as well as emotionally textured. The lead, Kurumi, is one of the most powerful beings ever created, which kind of causes some problems for the bad guys.
We must retrieve the Kurumi prototype. Use any means necessary.
The show looks cool. It's you know, very bright colors, but I love that there are sort of there's a sort of punctuation with a really simplistic sort of Hello Kitty almost, you know, like the Sanrio quality of little anime figures coming in for punctuation of comic bits. And then also, as you get into the series, there are things that are in sort of violent scenes and things like that. The violence is sort of shown by stills that are very sort of Batman kind of comic book quality. You know, it's a lot of cross-hatching and action lines and things like that. Very mature looking, some of them, and then it's nice that you've got like the serious scenes, you've got the sort of serious animation and serious sort of colors and things like that that are the artistic quality is very nice, and then in the comic part, you've got a little bit more of a simplistic, sweet, happy kind of cartoon.
Get back! In this show, the characters are very three-dimensional in the sense that, yes, you have the battles and the war going on, but yet you also go into the other side and develop their emotions, and they explore everything from love to hate to, you know, sadness, the whole thing.
All you need to do is look into his eyes and see that we're madly in love.
Let's not go overboard.
You don't love me?
I think the artwork on this show is beautiful, and I think that's why manga has, you know, attracted the attention of people in Western cultures, because it's beautiful to look at, and it's surprising because you expect it to be for children, but it's not at all. So it's an interesting medium to play in. It's an interesting genre because you can, a bit like Farscape in a way, you can be cheeky and irreverent, even though on the surface it looks quite innocent. But I was also surprised the script was written in such a way that I was able to visualize quite a lot of the storytelling. So when I finally did see some of the images, I was surprised by how close my imagination had taken me to what was, you know, eventually put in front of me.
When I first found out about the show, I was so intrigued by the format. You've got elements of mechanical and mysticism. These Steel Angels are not merely you plug them in and they're good to go. There's a mystical quality to them. They have to be jump-started, so to speak, by an element of spirituality. And when you watch it, you realize that the scientists who've created these beings are also grooming a young mystic to kind of chant them to life and give them this extra power, which winds up kind of biting them on the ass.
Originally, Dr. Ayana Koji believed my powers of mysticism would be able to activate the angel, but it seems you were able to do so without any such incantation.
But I didn't do anything.
You might not have meant to do anything, son, but nevertheless you did, and now you are the only one who can control Kurumi.
One of the strangest things I think is artwork is normal, and then sometimes they turn into little bubble people, so that's always cute, you know, the effect that they come off with there, and it's it's kind of strange, you know, when they change from being regular to being bubbles, you know, you think, you know, I'm talking about like the super deformed, super small.
Come on, give me an order!
But order you to do what?
Well, I bet if you think really hard, you'll come up with something, Master.
Hey, you're putting a lot of pressure on me.
But what about the pressure I'm under?
Okay, calm down. I'll do it.
So what'll it be, Master?
It's got beautiful animation. It's got this certain style that I think is different from most shows. It makes it unique. At the same time, it's got beautiful characters, and they're hilarious.
My God.
The Kurumi prototype wasn't Dr. Ayano Koji's only angel project. This is the second unit, codename Saki.
Perfection. So lifelike. It was a joke.
Huh? I'll get it.
Wait. We don't know who it is, Nakahito.
Don't worry, I'll find out. I'm coming! It's that guy who keeps bugging me.
Open the door.
Saki, come with me. I'll need to examine you.
I don't belong to you. You keep your hands off.
Are you okay, Master? Please let me help you. Tell me if it hurts.
Well, this hurts pretty much.
Master, you know in your heart that I would do anything for you. Couldn't you just do this one little thing for me? Please, Master? For me?
Okay.
Oh, Master, thank you! Pucker up. Here.
What? What does she want him to do to her?
I believe the correct term is kiss.
What are you talking about? This isn't a fairy tale.
I question this little experiment as well.
Come on, Master, smack her.
Kelly Cousins plays the lead in Kurumi, and that's probably the hardest role you're always trying to cast is the lead. And with Kurumi, certain things don't play in Japanese as they do. Certain things don't play in English as they play in Japanese. Kurumi does this. I can't get that high. It's some horrible squeak that she does, which is boundlessly charming in Japanese, but it really falls flat in the English translation. So we knew we'd have to do some kind of vocal styling. And Kelly, it's her first lead role in an anime, and she just knocked it out of the park. She does these odd inflections with her voice where it goes from sultry coo to this birdy squeak, and she captured all the youthful exuberance that Kurumi has.
Vocal challenges for this character, she's a little bit higher than I would normally be.
A sister? Wow! I can't believe it! I'm not alone! Kurumi has a sister!
Huh?
We are going to be the best of friends, Saki. We'll stay up all night and talk on the phone and do each other's makeup and flirt with boys. I can't wait! Oh, no, you don't. Don't fall asleep on me now. Wake up!
She's interesting because she's sort of, you keep reinventing this sort of innocence for her. Like, she's childlike, but she also, she knows something, and she's learning, like, through the episodes. So it's sort of nice that through the vocal work that you do with it, that she's getting a little bit smarter as each episode progresses.
It was really nice of you to save their lives like that, Master. Hey, where are you going?
Just leave me alone.
What did I do wrong?
I like the romantic parts of it. I like the romantic feel that it has. Also, I think from a standpoint of being a guy, the romantic lead is quite young and quite inexperienced, and I think we can all kind of relate to that my God, what do I feel here? And what is, this thing of love? Especially when the object of your affection is quite pushy, quite very forthright, and I really like you a lot. And of course that, she'll do whatever you want. She'll kick somebody's ass, or she'll save your life, or, she'll pick up a tree and kill somebody just to protect you, which is kind of what you're looking for in a mate, I think. I think that was what everybody kind of like.
I don't know who you are, lady, but you put Master down!
I think Kurumi is a lot more innocent than I am. She's a lot more trusting and a lot more sweet. But I'm very loyal, to friends and things like that, and will follow people to the ends of the earth. But Kurumi, I think, is maybe a little bit more willful too. Like she's loyal, but then people tell her what to do, and she's just like, "Shut up! I'm gonna do whatever I want to do." And so maybe that's not very different from me at all.
For the role in Nakahito, we were thinking about, we were going to try to cast a boy, but there are just nightmares with that. The labor, you can only work them a couple of hours. There's some nudity in it, so it would be kind of, didn't want to really have that kind of conversation with, someone's parent about, hello, your young boy is going to be seeing naked breasts. I hope that's going to be okay with you. So we wound up making the wise call, I think, and we cast Kira Vincent Davis as the lead boy, which was kind of fun. We were wondering, should we keep this quiet? Should we, not tell people? Kira was like, well, I'll do an alias if you want, but Yeardley Smith has done Bart Simpson for years, and Dexter's a girl, and so it's quite common knowledge, and we think we're dealing with a sophisticated market now that they understand that. So, and she was the right boy for the role. If that makes any sense. She's got a great innocence about her.
Nothing happened.
What is it, Nakahito?
Do you remember something? Tell me.
Yeah, but
Tell me! Listen, no matter what happens, you have to tell me about it.
It's great playing a boy. It sounds kind of funky, but it's pretty natural for me. I'm a tomboy, so it's not that far-fetched.
No way!
Oh, come on, pretty please, Master. It'll be easy for you, Master. Just pretend Saki is Kurumi.
But I can't do that. I couldn't.
Hey, I don't ask for all that much,
Kurumi, I'd like to, but I just can't.
What do you mean you just can't?
But I don't remember how I did it the last time.
I enjoy playing a diverse range of characters, a huge range of characters, and this is cool because it's actually my first lead.
Master? What is it, sweetheart?
Oh my God! I never thought just one little word could make me so happy.
Silly thing. You know how I feel about you, don't you?
Yes, I know.
Kurumi, can I kiss you?
What? You want to kiss me?
There's nothing I'd like more, Kurumi.
Me either, Master.
It's a sweet story. The affection that the two characters have for each other is quite charming. It makes for a very warm. I think with any aspect of drama, you've got to have kind of a bedding of care, and the fact that these two people, one half person, cares about each other so deeply makes the drama all that more emotional, all the more exciting.
He's the lead boy character from the series, and he's 11 years old. He's a mystic. He's an Onmyo mystic. His family, he's a descendant of an Onmyo priest. He accidentally comes upon the steel angel Kurumi, and he kisses her and brings her to life, and so now he's her master. He's her boy master.
What is this thing? Is it a doll?
one of the neat things about Steel Angel Kurumi is that there are other angels that come after. You know, the character will be walking along, and then all of a sudden there's another android basically coming to kick her ass and kill her, which is kind of fun. One of these androids that's first sent after Kurumi is Saki, and she's an interesting case, to say the least. We were casting it, and we didn't know who really we wanted to play the role. And Monica Rial, who eventually got the part, has been in some of the most iconic shows that we've done. She's been in Nadesco, she was in Gasaraki, she was in Generator Gall, and in Generator Gall she played a pink-haired girl, and in Gasaraki she played a green-haired girl. And when we were talking about casting decisions, Monica said, I really would like to play the normal hair-colored lesbian if I could. And so Monica got the part of Saki, who is an android who falls for Kurumi.
What? You built it for me?
Yeah, I hope you don't mind.
A house just for the two of us? How could I not love it? I can see it now. Us together, in love, happy. Oh, I can't stand it!
Oh gosh, I'm so happy you feel the same way, Kurumi. I can see it now too. The two of us, in love, happy, so happy. Oh, I can't stand it. Thank you, God.
What's with those two?
My character in Steel Angel Kurumi is Saki, who is the second Steel Angel after Kurumi. Actually, Kurumi originally believes that Saki is her younger sister, and Saki would like to believe otherwise.
Well, looks like our little love nest is coming together.
Hey, Kurumi? I've got something to show you. Just a little thing. Do you think we could hang this up, Kurumi? I hope you like it.
Sisterly love. Isn't it pretty?
Yeah, Saki is different in the sense that she is soft-spoken, but at the same time, she stands up for herself. She's kind of a Miharu from Gasaraki in that sense. I think Miharu is probably the most similar character that I've played in the past to her. At the same time, Saki has this unrequited love that I've never gotten to play in any other character. So, not to this extent anyway. So that makes it a lot more exciting. And she's got an edge to her, and you never know exactly what's going on and what's going to happen.
Please stop.
When you're dead.
There are certain characters that are redeemed, that when you meet them, it is an assassin, a metallic beauty whose main goal is to kill the lead. And to see that arc from stereotypical Terminator-esque monster to transform into something else, something softer, something more multifaceted, multidimensional, I thought was very charming. It not only accelerates the action, but it makes it a richer production. I think it makes it a richer viewing experience for people who know anime and people who don't. I think if you don't know the genre, you could pick this thing up and be like fast forwarding through the credits to the next episode. Well, at least that's what we did.
It's a beautiful show. I mean, first of all, the animation in itself is gorgeous. So just to look at it while we were recording, I was watching, and it's beautiful. The characters are fabulous. You've got 3 totally different characters. I don't know much about Karinka yet, but I know that Kurumi and Saki are both very different. You've got all of, Nakahito and the brother and everybody all together. They're just such powerful characters that when you mix them together, it makes for a really good plotline.
You've got Kurumi, Saki, and there's these other angels that I just can't talk about.
The only thing I can tell you about my character is that she's a bit of a psycho, disturbed person. she starts off as this really bad chick, and she's out to get everybody, and then she kind of warms up to the others by the end. I don't want to give too much away, though.
Hilary Haig is one of the most popular actresses working in anime today. She's been in Bubblegum Crisis.
Wow, whoever took this is a great photographer. Oh, awesome. I really am getting good. Hey, wait a second. This tape is a little too good to be the work of an amateur. Whoever it was who took it must have been waiting for us.
She plays an androgynous troll in Orphan.
Oh, Vulcan, hold on. I told him he shouldn't have eaten those mushrooms.
What kind of mushrooms?
They look something like this.
She's the lead in Princess 9.
I'm just a girl who works in a restaurant.
Here. Take my hand.
Well, thank you. Wait! What are you doing?
Hold on.
Hey, watch your hands!
I love to do anime. I had never really watched anime until I started doing the voices about 3 years ago. And it is just a blast to work with the people I get to work with and do the characters I get to do, because obviously in your real life you'll never get to play a dog or, well, hopefully not. Maybe it's typecasting, I don't know. But, you know, a psycho steel angel. So it's a lot of fun.
She's got a role in Kurumi, but it's pretty much like Claudia Black's role. I can't tell you who she plays just yet. But keep watching, you'll find out soon enough.
I think I got the role because Stephen Foster thinks I'm a big freak, and he likes to give me characters where we can really have a lot of fun and pull some interesting stuff out.
The cast is fantastic, and we're actually very lucky to have Claudia Black play a character which I don't think I can't tell you what character she plays. She plays yet. She makes an appearance later in the show, but it is one that fans of anime are going to enjoy, and fans of sci-fi are really going to get off on.
Very cool character. Had to be enough to entice me to come all the way to Texas, Houston. Not that I needed an added incentive, but I don't think it would have been worth Stephen's while to bring me down here for a couple of lines. So it was a great part to play, and I think that's all I can tell you at this stage.
I was very lucky to get her. I met Claudia when we were in Los Angeles doing a DVD commentary for Farscape, and we kind of got on real well. And kind of in passing talked about what I did about doing Japanese cartoons, anime. And she kind of expressed an interest. So for about 1.5 years, I was looking for what role could I possibly find for her. And then when Kurumi came across my desk, I found the role and called her up in Australia. We talked about it for a little bit, and then we met in New York to do another round of commentaries, and the rest is anime history and sci-fi history. So she's been in Houston for a couple days doing her part, and she's kicked ass and taken names. It's a good, juicy role, and we're really fortunate to have her.
Stephen directs the commentaries for the Farscape DVDs. So when he was in LA, I think it must have been 1999, maybe 2000, we were doing the season 1 commentaries, and Stephen gave me his card, and it said something about animation work. And I said, do you do this regularly? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, if you ever get a part that you think would be good for me, let me know, because I'd love to do it. And he was so surprised. He was like, really? You really want to do it? And I was like, yeah, absolutely, so let me know. So 2001, I get an email several years down the track to tell me that they've found just the right part for me, so it was very cool.
It's like being in a 1950s quiz show. You're there with the, all by yourself. There's a glass panel, and then behind the panel there is the TV screen, and it's all synced up to computers, and so you just watch the cartoon or the little snippet of the cartoon that you're working on at that point in time, and you do the line over and over until it ceases to have any meaning. And you have your headphones, which is your communication to the director and the sound operator. And it's just basically you, a music stand with your script on it, and the TV screen. And it's kind of therapeutic. It's nice.
I did a little bit of work on a Farscape episode which involved some animation, a more traditional style of animation. And that's what I'm more accustomed to, is doing the voice work first and then having them animate around you. However, we did have some restrictions and some very specific guidelines because we were dealing with Ben Browder, who's the star of Farscape, being real in the scene, and my character appearing as an animation around him. So that was technically quite difficult to do. And this job has certainly presented some technical difficulties as well.
Yeah, the easiest thing for me doing anime voiceover is that you've got the picture there in front of you, like Disney and stuff like that. You don't have the picture at the very beginning. You do the voiceover first, and then they draw the pictures to match what it is that you're doing. And for me, it's great as sort of, an outline of where it is that I need to go, how the character is feeling in this moment and stuff like that. Sometimes you don't get very many cues, but Kurumi is great because the animation is so cool, and they really seem to have a lot of fun drawing her. That she's got all of these facial expressions, and you'll look at a single line, and there are so many different things that she goes through just physically that for me it's a lot of fun to see if I can try and match that vocally. And then it's also neat, being a stage actor, you get to see the whole package, Like if you're a film actor, it's mostly just this area and stuff like that, and you sort of have to focus on that. As a stage actor, you get to use your whole body and where you are in space and how you're relating to other people on stage and your voice and all of that. And it's really nice with anime to just focus on one thing and try to bring all of this through the voice. And it's sometimes really maddening because you're like, if I were on stage, all I would have to do was, look over in some direction, and this would be perfectly clear what emotion it was that I was feeling. But now, you have to do it all through your voice, and so it makes you become very inventive.
Yeah, sometimes it's difficult because you don't have somebody else's lines to feed off of sometimes, especially if I'm the first one recording and everything's in Japanese and I don't speak Japanese. So it's different. I'm in a booth, I'm isolated, I'm not working with other actors.
Being in the booth is a different experience because you're sitting back there with these headphones on, and there are, usually 2 or 3 people, and they're laughing at you hysterically, but you don't know what they're laughing about. You don't know if you completely flubbed or if something you did was good or what's going on in there.
I was surprised, I suppose I didn't really think it through, but I was surprised that all the animation had already been done because it's obviously made for the Japanese market first, and so there was, it's in Japanese, and obviously over here for distribution to English-speaking countries, you get actors in to revoice in English. So I was surprised by the word that you guys used to describe the mouth moving, which is, just follow the flaps. And I didn't know what they were talking about until I started taping today, recording today. But it's a difficult and different process. On Farscape, we do ADR, which is additional dialogue recording. It's quite a high percentage that we revoice of our dialogue. And this is obviously all revoicing. But to someone, hearing someone else's voice who's already done the performance before you, doing an American accent, and the particular character I'm playing, it's quite, I have to be quite dexterous. So it's been a good challenge.
Gosh, it's such a great job. What's the hardest part of the job? It's really hard to answer. I guess scheduling is the hardest part of the job for me. Trying to find time to come in because it doesn't really take that much time. And I think that when I finally do come in and do the job, the hardest part for me, the part that I always dread most is doing Foley. I don't know why. I always dread it. Every time I get hit, there's a or something that you've got to make, and it's just a nightmare because you're always like you say the same syllable over and over and over again, and you never know whether it's right, and then you gotta do it again, and it's a whole fight scene. It's crazy.
I love working in anime. It is so much fun. I kind of fell into it as a fluke about 3 years ago, and the only anime I'd ever seen were like Speed Racer and Voltron and that kind of thing when I was really young. And it's just so much fun working with the people that I get to work with mainly.
Very proud indeed, and very excited because Farscape's just started on air in Japan because we thought that as a show it would appeal, especially, you know, aesthetically to the Japanese audience because of their love of anime and of manga. So to cross over and now do something which is quintessentially Japanese, and an opportunity to work with Stephen again, of course. So it's been great. I'm very happy.